Hey, it's Tiara. Thanks so much for clicking my video. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today I will be doing a hair tutorial to show you all how I got this hairstyle. I like to call it your not so average high puff. So if you're interested in seeing the step-by-step process of how I got this style, keep watching. Here we go. I'm taking out my hair tie, preparing my hair to get wet. So yes, my hair is super thick and a little intimidating, but it's okay. So I'm grabbing my spray bottle. I'm about to spray my hair as much as possible because I have low porosity hair. I was freezing, the water was ice cold, but I have low porosity hair, so it takes forever for my hair to get soaked. So here is me trying to get my hair super wet to get the process started. Now I'm grabbing my rat tail comb to begin parting my hair to start sectioning off the two braids that I'll be doing at the front.
You win.
I finally have the two parts sectioned off, so I'm going to twist them back because I'm not going to start on my braids quite yet. I'm going to focus on doing the high puff, so actually getting my hair up into a high puff. As you can see, I have to keep spraying my hair because it just does not hold moisture that easily. So I'm grabbing my Eco Styler gel, getting ready to brush it up with my brush, as you can see. So I will be using it to gel my hair as much as possible to get it to look as sleek as possible. I want some waves at the back of my head. I love that look. So I actually kind of use a lot of gel. That didn't look like a lot, but I pretty much use a lot. So yep, it's my process of gelling my hair. Now I'm grabbing a headband that I use to always put my hair up in a high puff. I have super thick hair, as you can see, so I can't just use a regular hair tie. I have to use a headband that I cut. So I'm pulling it as tight as possible because I believe that gives me the sleekest high puff look that I'm going for today. Now I'm grabbing my scarf to tie my puff up, hoping that this will give me a sleeker look as I'm about to start doing the two braids in the front. So I want my hair to, I don't know if mold is the right word or set, but you know, for you naturals out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to start on the two braids. So I'm pulling apart the twist that I put in, and I was shocked to see that I had definition from having it twist in for such a short amount of time. So I'm going to get my hair wet. You all know I need my hair wet to get moisture in there, and it takes a minute. So I'm going to wet it, and then I'm going to put in some twisting cream. Or actually, I guess I'm combing it out first. So I will be combing it out to make sure it's completely detangled before I actually start braiding. Now I'll be grabbing the twisting cream to use to put my braids in my hair. And you all probably are seeing it, but the lighting keeps changing back and forth. Sorry about that. I was sitting directly in front of the sun, so I think that impacted it. And you probably just saw me smelling my product. I don't know why I like to do that, but natural hair product just smells so good. So sometimes I just like to get a quick whiff of it before putting it in my hair. And I was having fun combing this through my hair, just seeing my hair defined up like that just from running my fingers through it was pretty cute to see. And now here's me braiding up my hair. And I'll be doing the same thing to the other side in just a second. So I get a little confused here because my ends do not curl up on that braid like it did on the other, but that's okay, it happens. So now I'm going to start on my high puff, moving my braids out of my face, getting a hair tie to section because I will be working on these in sections. So I'm working on one section now. You saw that I sprayed my hair because I need to comb it out before I start, and I realized it would be better if I used a wide tooth comb to comb out my hair super thick up there than the rat tail. So I'm combing it out to make sure it's as detangled as possible before I start styling it. And so now I am adding some more twisting cream to my hair because I will be twisting my high puff in sections. So now I'm twisting the section and grabbing a flexi rod. The rods will be what I use to get the look that I want for my high puff. Here I am on the last section. It took me forever, y'all. Well, it felt like forever. So I'm twisting this last section up. I had about maybe 8 to 10 twists up there, and my shoulders were relieved when I got to the final twist. Now I want to put rods to the ends of my braids just to make them a little bit curlier, because I wasn't for sure if they were going to stay curly, especially the one on the left, which was not curly in the first place. I was actually struggling trying to make these as even as possible, which is why you see I make this face. So I had to redo the rod and it came out pretty even, so I was satisfied. Here I am with the spray bottle again. I didn't like that my hair didn't look as gelled down as I wanted it to, so I'm going in one more time with Eco Styler and water to make it as sleek as possible. And honestly, I would suggest that if you're doing twists, braids, bantu knot outs, not to put too much water, especially if you want your style to be taken down the next day, because too much water will make the drying process longer, which means that your hair will still be wet the next day and won't be as defined as possible. Your hair needs to be completely dry, or as dry as possible, for it to look super defined. I'm finally done with the style. I put the scarf back on. I made sure to leave the top part of my hair out to make the drying process a little quicker, and I put my braids up in the scarf to protect them as well. So I'll see you the next day for the takedown process. It is the next morning. I actually had to get up pretty early this day to start my takedown process. And honestly, I had to sit under a dryer the night before because my hair was not drying. I put way too much water. And so I sat under the dryer for a little bit the night before to speed up the drying process. So now I'm going to start taking down the high puff part of my hairstyle, taking down the flexi rods and then untwisting as gently as possible. Here's a little slow-mo action. My hair was kind of bouncy, so I was like, this is cute. Let me just sew this down for them. So now I'm taking out my twist. You always want to start at the bottom just to make sure you're not breaking your hair off accidentally. And it seems easier for me to start at the bottom, and you just want to be as gentle as possible. Some people will put oil on their fingertips to also assist with the takedown process to make it a little bit easier. As you can see, my hair was actually still wet. Actually, a lot of the twists were still wet, so it didn't come out as defined as I would love it to, but it's still super cute, so you'll see in just a second. I'm fluffing it out because it was looking way too flat for my liking. And y'all, it's actually pretty defined for being a little wet still, so I was very pleased. Now I'm taking down the flexi rods around my braids. And just to jazz up my hair just a little bit more, I'm adding this gold clip to each braid. I don't know if that's the correct term for the clip, but it's like a hair decoration thing. Y'all have seen it before, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to add it to each braid just to make the style a little bit more fun. Your girl is finally done. I'm fluffing out my hair to make it bigger. I was in love. I hope you all like it too. If you try this hairstyle out one day, I'd love to see it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.